Hi, everybody. This is Mr. Folly, and welcome to podcast 1.1 Dimensional Analysis. So, this is our intro to math and chem, except we're not going to do the chem stuff just yet, but that's okay. We'll get going with it. So, hopefully, the stuff you can follow. I want to remind you on all of the podcasts, if you write down everything that I write and most of what I say, you'll be in good shape. And I will reteach it to you when we get back. There is a podcast that you have to take before 8 in the morning. Well, actually, before class starts, but it closes at 8 in the morning. And make sure you do that. 4 multiple choice questions, sometimes 5, and it shouldn't be too bad. So let's hop to it. Get out your calculators. All right. I hate units and want to cancel. Kill them. All right. So if I want to convert 0.0035 weeks into seconds, so what I'm going to do is start out by writing down my given 0.0035 weeks. And I'm going to abbreviate weeks W. I don't know if that's a real abbreviation or not, but I'm going with it. And if I want to cancel something, so if weeks is here, so let's say I have 7 and I multiply it by 3/7. See how my 7s would cancel? So if I want to cancel weeks, I'm going to put weeks on the opposite side. So this is in the numerator. This will be on the denominator. Stop jumping back and forth. Okay. So I want to go, if I knew how many seconds were in a week, I would put seconds right here, but sadly I don't. I only know how many days are in a week. And although the Beatles say there's 8 days a week, you don't know who the Beatles are, so that doesn't matter. So now I'm in days. So my unit now is days, the only unit I haven't crossed off. So now I want to get rid of that unit. So I want to cancel or kill that unit by putting days down here. So I want to go from days into seconds. Well, I can't quite do that yet. So one day is 24 hours. Okay. So now that gets rid of days. I'm in hours. I hate you, hours. Man, I hate a lot of these units. And I don't know how many seconds are in an hour. I don't know why my screen keeps jumping back. But I do know how many minutes are in an hour. So there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. And then same thing, 1 minute is 60 seconds. Now I just want to point out that these are equivalencies. 7 days equals 1 week. 24 hours equals 1 day. 60 minutes equals 1 hour. So after all this stuff that I'm doing, I'm really just multiplying by 1. So the size of these things don't change. Just the unit is changing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to multiply by everything on top. 0.0035 times 7 times 24 times 60 times 60. Okay. And then 2116.8. The unit I have left over is seconds. Okay. Now, if you notice, this has 2 non-zero digits. We'll barely talk about sig figs, but there's 2 non-zero digits here, so my answer should be rounded to 2 non-zero digits. That would be 2100. Yay, perfect timing. A cheetah runs 112 kilometers an hour. Convert that to millimeters per day. I love this picture. 112 kilometers per hour. Now, see that's a slash? Let's put it over 1 hour. The number 1 makes sense, but sometimes you don't know how to start it. So that's going to be 1. So if you see a unit without a number, that's going to be 1. And I want to convert that to millimeters. So we did the hours and days. Now, if I want to cancel hours first, I don't put it on the bottom. I put it diagonally to cancel. And I want to change that to days. Whoa. Days. 24 hours equals 1 day. So now I'm in kilometers per day. And I'm going to get out of kilometers. Get out of here, kilometers. And I want to go to millimeters, but I only know how many meters are in a kilometer. There's 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. So that gets rid of my kilometers. And I'm in meters. And I want to go into millimeters. So I hate you, meters. I'm going to go into millimeters. And I hope that comes back because it just disappeared on me. You guys can go back and forth. I can't do that. Oops. I'll do this real quick. 24 hours is 1 day. And then 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. Okay. So then the units I have left over, notice kilometers. Oh, don't do that to me. Oh, you're killing me. So I guess I'll really enforce 24 hours is 1 day. And then 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. And then 1 meter is 1,000 millimeters. Now, when I do this, notice I'll cancel out all the things I can, And the only units I have left, I'm afraid if I move my hand, it'll clear out again. Only units I have left is millimeters per hour. So I'm going to do the math now. 112 is on top, times 24, times 1,000, times 1,000. And that would give me 2688. Oh, this is going to be tough. 2688. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 zeros. Okay. Now this should be put in scientific notation. You should never show more than 2 zeros in anything. So we're going to change it to, we're going to move the decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 point, come back. 2.69 E9. That's going to be millimeters per day. Fast enough to get away from the line, I hope. Sorry, my screen's been all weirdo. Oh, look at this. Let's see if I can change this to an eraser. An anthill in my yard is 3.54 centimeters tall. Wow, that one even erased. An anthill in my yard is, let's change your color, is 3.54 centimeters cubed. What's divided in meters cubed? So I'm going to start with my given, 3.54 centimeters cubed. And then what I'm going to do is try and go to meters cubed. Well, if I do centimeters and meters, I know that there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. But notice how these are cubed. So here's a funky little mathematical thing. If I cube this part of it to make it be the same, don't I have to cube both parts of it? So whenever you have that, you're going to have to cube both the number and the unit if you have that. But that's when both top and bottom have to be cubed. So 3.54 divided by, 3.54 divided by 100 cubed, and I'm dividing by because it's on the bottom, is 3.54 E negative 6. Given 3 numbers, answer 3 numbers. My calculator told me the sig fig, so that made me happy. That calculator told me the E. So. All right, a water clock, what? With a radius of 5 centimeters loses 3.55 centimeters of height in 7 seconds. What is the rate in kilometers cubed per minute? Whoa! So what I need to do is, what is the rate? So it's losing 3.55 centimeters of height in 7 seconds. So it is 3.55 centimeters cubed per 7 seconds. See how I, instead of having it be 1 here, it's just a 7. What is that rate in kilometers cubed per minute? So I'll get back here. So I'm going to do centimeters cubed to meters cubed, and 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. And then I'm going to do 1 meter cubed to a kilometer cubed, except for I messed that up. So this is actually 1,000 cubed meters cubed, because there's 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. And I'll cube the 1, even though I know it's the same. I almost forgot to cube these numbers. So now centimeters cubed is gone, meters cubed is gone. I am in kilometers cubed, which is what I want. I want to change seconds into minutes. So 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. And then I bust out my calculator. So put this in your calculator and see if you get the right answer. You can tell me if you didn't in class, but this is a very, very common mistake that is made by a lot of people. Oh no, I didn't know my mistake. It's these newfangled calculators that. So divided by 100 cubes divided by 1,000 cubed times 60. Do it again. Times 60. And I have 3.04 E negative 14 kilometers cubed. All right. So just crazy ones to do. Things to know. 1 centimeter cubed equals 1 milliliter. Remember, centimeter cubed is length times width times height. Well, here's height. Here's height. So you get a cube. There you go. See in art. Length times width times height. And that's why it's cubed, and that would be a volume measurement. Density of water is 1 grams per milliliter. Water's density can change with temperature, but that's rarely used. So Hot water takes up more space than cold water. People talk about flooding in the oceans. That's part of it. The temperature change does that same thing besides the fact that the ice is changing to water. Conversion factors are definitions and have an infinite number of sig figs. Always remember 3 sig figs in AP chemistry or AP bio or AP physics or regular bio or regular physics. And that is about it, I hope. Yep. If you cube the unit, cube the numerical conversion vector. Split units, cancel the top and bottom. You need to know deci, 10, centi, 100, milli, the millennium, millennials or whatever it is. It's 1,000. Second millennium, 2,000. Micro is a million. No, I did that wrong. It's 1E6, and nano is 1E9. And go here to learn about unit amazingness for extra credit on the pod quiz, which is about 11 minutes. So if you watch this, you get yourself extra credit. You have an A++++ in chemistry. How cool is that? Doggy dog dog. Toodles.